screen as much as possible so that you can hear my voice. So this is something that I am trying. And good morning and welcome to Will I Find UX Content? Okay, so this is actually episode number 2. I'll update that in a moment. Just give me a minute. All right, so I'm gonna hide this for a second and go to my Figma file. Kind of account do you need? Huh, I'm an editor. Okay, cool. So now this art project. Okay, yes. So yeah, I just want to quickly make some changes. I don't know for some reason my laptop is very slow. So let me export this and I think yeah, this is fine. I'll just replace it. And if I turn this back on, yes, there you go. I love when softwares are in sync, without you having to do anything. I just updated the image in my local machine, and it is updated automatically in OBS. Right, so this is great. Now let us go back. The thing that we were talking about in the last episode was users content and context, and we wanted to create some content for our, and also I'm using a new mic or my headphones mic this time because the audio quality was horrible last time. And let me quickly check if the streaming is going on. Okay, it is going on. That's great. All right, so today I have time until my house help uh, comes home. Maid, I don't know what's the right term to use. But yeah, anyway. So these are the things that we are going to try and answer today, and maybe try to create some form of a presentation so that I can use it in the actual video where we very crisply talk about what is the user's content and context framework. Right now, let me open my Kindle. Okay, sorry, I accidentally opened Safari. Okay, that is okay. Long time video guidelines. Yeah, it's crazy. Cool. So yeah, it's crazy how many tabs I have open. No, that sounds very fake. It's not crazy. God. I don't know if there is a name to this. Right. So I'm gonna click on this and then enter the OTP here. Cool. I hope Amazon is secure enough to not let anyone else use the same OTP because I am live streaming. And you can see my OTP. That's bad. Alright, so where were we? Yeah, we were in the information architecture book. Now, yeah, so what I want to do now is why should you use this framework? So I need some content for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new Figma file and I'm gonna move. So previously what used to happen, this is off topic. When I click on drafts, it just asks me which, or I'll show you which one. So so previously when I click on draft, right, this is the screen that it shows. So this is the pop-up that comes up now. Whenever I click on drafts, it just takes me to the home screen and to that drafts project, or if it is some other project, it just takes it to that project, which is kind of annoying because I'm so used to moving files by clicking on this. But anyway. I'm gonna move this for now to UX videos and then let's name this let's say Chris 001. Alright, cool. So now I don't know why we don't have layers or pages panel on the left hand side. Okay, let me see. Okay, that's not what I meant. Window. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I did something wrong. This left panel is missing. Okay, just give me a minute, guys. I will check. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, some of what I say might sound a little fake because I'm doing this for the first time and still learning and trying not to look like a noob. But I think that, okay, open layers panel. Yes, all right. Yeah, that may inadvertently, oh yeah, so command shift this. Okay, cool. This is good. Now what I want to do is I'll delete this and I think I'll create something that is 1920. So let's watch. Okay, I thought it's like watching something. Yeah, there is no 1920 by 1080, is it? Presentation. Okay, yes, presentation. Cool. So yeah, all right. Now what I want to do is, then I'll just take this same thing, copy this, and then paste it here. Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna change users content context. All right. Yeah, I don't know if this is the first time you are listening to this live streaming. Do not expect much of value in these live streams. This is mainly for me to help, or for me to find content for my next UX video. And in this case, it is the first UX video that I'll be posting in this series or in this new series that I am trying. So this is mostly to just throw my thoughts at YouTube or bouncing my thoughts at YouTube instead of bouncing it on a wall at a wall. Yeah. So yeah, I do not expect much. Mostly I'll be blabbering and sometimes maybe I'll be excuse me, just sometimes my mouth. Yeah, and English is not my first language, so don't expect it to be very good setting that context as well. Right. And as you can see, I am a huge Iron Man fan, but I tend to digress. What I was saying, yeah, expectation. What you can expect here in these live streams is not much. It'll be mostly me blabbering about something and then try to curate some content for my next video. Sometimes we'll get somewhere, sometimes we may not. Uh, and uh, and yeah, just a second. Let me find the logo. Yes, right. Shift to. So this is going to be the logo for, I don't know, something that I eventually create. I have a few ideas. I don't want to let them out right now. What I'll do is I'll just convert this into a component and then goes, I think I'll just say goes branding and I'll publish this or as it's, yeah, I think that's good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to publish this to a team. I think I'll just move it to UX videos for now and publish. So I want to use this in all of the slides. So I'm going to import it. Yeah, the branding is all over the place. There is something that I have to figure out. I think this is fine. I don't mind this size. Okay, I just have to move the pixels, which means this is this. Okay, cool. So this is great. I think I'll maybe revisit this in the future. Maybe we will have one more thingy. I'll call it class 001. Yeah, this may or may not be very crisp, but yeah, we'll see. We'll probably rename this into something else in the future. And just to make sure that it's not fighting, wrestling for his attention, with the main title, just reduce the size of it. Yeah, I don't know who all are listening to this. Hopefully, no one from my office, because that will be embarrassing. All right. So I thought I'll rename this, but I'm not gonna rename this because I get this automatic slide numbering, which is great. All right. So now the content that I want to make, I feel like this will be much easier if I do it in um, Google Slides. But anyway, let me try this. Right. Okay. So maybe I'll create a template for title, and maybe I'll try to keep it always in a single line. And I don't know if I should keep this in all the slides, but for now I'll keep it in the smaller slides. Maybe I'll reduce the point size further thing because it is hmm, okay. It's bad. Yeah, because I think I just woke up and pretty much just brushed and sitting in front of the system. My mouth is slurring a lot. I'll try to avoid it as much as possible. Uh, where were we? The heading, right? So yeah, we had why should you use this framework? Why should you use this framework? All right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thing is, needs to be yes. This. I'll probably reduce this. I hope you guys are able to see the Figma screen. I'm sorry about the burp. Just had muesli. And this one is really good. Um, it's the Yoga Bars 91% oats and nuts or something else. Yeah, basically, they are just making up that 91% number because people will drool over 91% and then see fruits and they're like, I have to get this. I know, marketing. But yeah, it's I think if they do not mention how much percentage is the nuts and raisins. They just say the 91% includes oats and nuts, which is kind of tricking customers. But again, I definitely found a very healthy amount of, or a very good amount of nuts in that. So check out Yoga Bar's 91 percentage muesli, and I sound like I'm getting paid for this product placement. I'm not getting paid. Uh, Putting that disclaimer out loud out there. Yeah, I think I need to come up with some color palette eventually. Maybe we'll do this in tomorrow's video. Maybe we'll add some colors and typography if possible so that we can consistently use that. So for now, why should you use this framework? It helps. It helps with the big picture. Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe I'll use this. I generally don't like reading off of a presentation, so I may or may not put this up on the screen when I make my crisp video. Just probably look at this on my phone or my laptop or my tablet and just talk about it. Right? And yeah, I mean, I don't know if I am how the way that I am talking right now comes off as I'm screaming, but I hope not. Oops. Okay. I'm just trying to make unhide this. Yes, Shift R. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought I will be able to adjust the distance here just like how you would adjust it in Word or Google Docs, but I'm not able to anyway. It helps with the, coming back to the topic, it helps with a big picture of, it helps everyone to be aligned with the big picture Big picture. So when I say big picture, um, helps think about various. I'll just say, I'll just explain what I mean by big picture. Helps think about how long have we been live streaming. Let's see. I always love it when it's an excellent connection. Um, okay, average view duration 6 minutes 19 seconds. I don't know. Who are these two views, one concurrent viewers? Hmm, all right. That may be just me looking at it. Okay, yeah, here. This is what I was looking for. Okay, we've been streaming for 16 minutes. Cool. It helps, yeah, helps think about various. Okay, think about the design in terms of content and context. Yeah, I mean that's kind of blur. But anyway, when I say big picture, it means so the framework uses content and context, right? And if I have to show you guys the diagram, let me open the Kindle window. And yeah, so this is what I'm talking about, right? It's context is all about, what is your business goal? What is the technology that your users are using, or on what technology your product is based on? Um, what is the setup or environment your users are using the product? Is it at a gym? Is it all the time like a watch? Is it when they are running, or is it in all the places, all of these places, right? And how does it affect them? For example, using a mobile phone while somebody is driving is very distracting, right? Maybe you should consider and probably show a warning when somebody is trying to use, or if you can reliably uh, figure out, right, or know that someone is driving. Then, when they are trying to use a phone or a watch while they are driving, maybe you should show them a warning, right? And of course, this comes with a big if that can you know reliably again, right? Can you know for sure that they are driving and they are the one driving and not a passenger? And they shouldn't be using their phone while they are doing that because otherwise it becomes annoying. And because if I am a passenger, there's no reason why I cannot use my mobile phone. Right. So context is everything that goes around about the product, about the goals of the product, and so on. Right. Everything that surrounds the very specific task or the very specific goal that the user is trying to achieve at any given point in time. And of course, goals can be a single goal, can be a single thing, or it can be more. The product might enable the users to achieve more than one goal, right? Um, yeah. So now, yeah, that is context. Content is what is the information that they are seeing on the product, right? And of course, this applies to not just digital products, but most of the things that we will talk about in this channel is about digital products and what goes on a screen most of the time, right? Not all the time. So in that case, yeah, what are the different pieces of information that you will show? Right, of course, the first item is big picture is your context, and the second item is it helps think about design in terms of the content you put on the screen, and followed by all the interactions and visual designs, making it appeal visually, making it work in a clever way. Right, so they all follow after that because once you figure out what is the content that you put out, that you want to put on the screen, then it becomes quite easy. At least this is my experience, right? And this is all the reasons. why you should use. This is all the reasons why you should use. Okay, my sister just messaged me and asked me what book this is. This is for everyone's information as well. So this book is called, just give me a minute. It's called Information Architecture for the Web and Beyond, if I am not wrong. Oh, it's just information architecture. Yeah, it is information architecture. Oh yeah, it is for web and beyond. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, if I don't know how to zoom in. Yes, yeah. So if you see, it's called Information Architecture for the Web and Beyond, and these are the authors. I'll see if I can add the link to this on Amazon as well, so you can check it out later on. Um, cool. So now going back to the content. Right, so this is the reason why you should start with this framework or always think about this framework. Who are your users? What is the context? Meaning, what are the business goals? I'll just quickly repeat again. What are what is the environment that they are operating in? How fast? Not how fast. I'm sorry. How it helps, right, in their day-to-day life. What are the relevant information for the specific task or goal that they are trying to achieve? It may not be very directly related, but indirectly related. What are those things? Right. So that forms your big picture of what you want to do. So this framework helps in that a lot. And then it also helps think about design in terms of content. All right, I'm gonna rename this into content, and then followed by your design. So this is why you should use this framework. So I think this is great. What do I mean by users? What do I mean by content and context? I think that we will cover in the same slide. I don't think we need a separate slide for it. What is a tangible output of an exercise that uses this framework? So this I don't know if there will be any tangible exercise. This I use more as um, like I said, as something that I'll keep in mind whenever I am designing. Uh, okay, I think I'll rephrase this into, is there any tangible output of this framework? Okay, for this framework, I don't know. I don't know which one is the right sentence. I'll figure that out later. Maybe. All right. So this is something that as I said, I just keep in the back of my head whenever I am making any design, right? So in our office, we use a framework called Quiet before we start working on any design, right? So I'll just spell it out for you guys. QUITE. Right, so it means questions, user flow, information needs, tasks, and expectations. Right, so all of these four things forms the expectation. So this we introduce so that everyone knows what they can expect when they eventually uh, see the design. Right, so we do, as I mentioned, user flow in this step. We also figure out what are the information needs for the users and what are the tasks that the user will be doing or have to do to complete that goal or to complete that task or to take a decision, whatever the case may be, right? And of course, we also cover what are the goals and problem statements, which we have not conveniently used in this template, in this acronym, because if you add G and P for problem statement, then it doesn't quite form the quiet acronym, right? But anyway, so yeah, this is something that we use in our uh, team, and this is very loosely based on the user content context framework, right? So the user part is taken care on all of these steps. What are the information needs for the user? What are the tasks for the user? What is the flow for the user, right? And of course, this is our version of the flow. We generally try to give them some flexibility in the user flow, so it is not very rigid, right? And very linear. Right? For example, if they want to pause at any step and then come back, we at least show them a warning that they might lose some data, or maybe break down that flow into two or three tasks so that they can complete one part of the goal separately and then resume the second part of the goal separately. But yeah, all those things addresses the user part. And then context is we also do something called related tasks apart from the primary tasks, right? So what are the related tasks to the feature that we are currently working on, or the change that we are working on, and also the impact area. So that forms the context part of it, right? And there are sometimes some things that we will identify in related tasks, or maybe even in the goals, which we will park for now, right? It may not be very critical to address in the first version or first iteration itself. So we just park them there. So all of those things forms the context, and content itself is the information needs. All the information that we will put up on the screen will go into what we call as information needs. So this is a tangible output. Unfortunately, I don't have an example for this exercise. Maybe I'll share something in the next few live streams. But yeah, this is something that we create and share with cross-functional teams, right? So there are things like this that you can come up with, which will have some form of tangible output, right? So yeah, it really depends on how you want to use this framework. Whether you want to just keep in the back of your heads and keep thinking about it whenever you are coming up with solutions, or if this is something that you just extend and put a few things in place, right? So that you can address them like how we address them in quiet step. Right. So yeah, that's probably what we will. I will cover in. Is there any tangible output for this framework? Is there anything else? I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry about the burp again. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, we also wanted to talk about examples. Right. I think I will talk about examples. It's surprising. Um, I'll tell you later what is surprising. Now the next one. Example. Example. I think this will be interesting. Um, okay. Okay. Just gonna copy this, paste it here. So this, I think I have to share my screen and I do the Chris video. I'll see how I can put this on the screen. Okay, for some reason this is not going behind. Oh, okay. That's why. Cool. All right. So yeah, this is great. Examples, I think we talked about it in the last episode itself. For those who have not attended, just quickly uh, give a recap maybe. So yeah, if we take Spotify as an example, right, for users, content and context, I am a user. Now I am a premium user, right? I'm a paying user, and they have this is my homepage, right? And it has this main section, and then There is something called friend activity which I never use, but they still keep showing me. And then there is some left-hand navigation which I very rarely use. I'll not say I don't use this, but I very rarely use this. Right. So now coming to the main section, they have something called announcements, which can be a little annoying for some, especially when you are a paying user, because the reason that I am paying is I want to avoid advertisements. And my first reaction when I see this banner is, why am I seeing an advertisement? But when I actually read through this stuff, it's just Spotify promoting, uh, artists are promoting what some of the popular playlists on Spotify. Especially in this case, they are calling this as, I think, it's 2022. And when I click on it, I think it'll take me to that playlist. Let's see what happens. It's loading. Yeah, while it's loading, let's look at what do they have in the user menu. All right, so they have account profile, private session. I don't know what that means. Settings. Okay, update Spotify now. I'd ideally like it to be updated. Okay, this is automatically. Okay, this is not loading. It's taking a long time. But anyway, so yeah, so as a premium user, this may be a little annoying. Maybe that's the reason why they have hide announcements. But again, now I don't know how to bring back the announcements, right? Because I mean, I don't mind, and sometimes I would even prefer, because whenever there is a, let's say, a new movie, a new Tamil movie, especially, and it is, let's say, Vikram, for example, right? I like Kamal Hassan and I like to listen to the songs of his new movie, right? And that may be a banner right now. Now that I have hidden the announcements, I may never see the banner. There should be some way to bring back the announcements. But anyway, so that's the context, right? Why, how does it make a difference for a premium user versus a free user? What you can show and what can be the perception for a premium user, and what can be the perception for a free user. A free user will probably not even see that, even if it is useful information for them, because banner ads are generally ignored. It's a common thing to be ignored by any type of user. They are not very efficient or effective. They have definitely some conversion rate to them, but that is very, very less, right? So yeah, that's an example of how they can approach, or someone can approach the context piece for Spotify. And then of course below that is the content itself, which is my recently listened to songs, in my liked songs, all the songs that I have liked and downloaded. And then below, so this again comes from my context, my history, my Spotify history, that I listen to Financial Times. I think it's called FT News Briefing. Yeah, there it goes. See, this is a classic example of how users do not read text on the screen. It was right there, and I was still trying to recollect it from my memory, and I was not reading the title, which is right here. But anyway, so yeah, this is based on my history of podcasts that I have listened to. Right, and they're saying, okay, these are the podcasts that are popular with listeners who listen to FT News Briefing, and then Made for a Money. This is again, I think I mentioned this in my last episode also. Discover Weekly is a huge feature for Spotify. It changed, or it converted a lot of people who came from other music listening apps to loyal customers of Spotify, and I myself included in that list. Right. So what happens in Discover Weekly is, you should check it out. It's a really good feature. They just create a playlist automatically every week on Monday based on your liked songs and your listening history. Right, and I've always found at least one or two songs about, I think there is, I don't know the exact count, it's between 10 and 15 if I'm wrong. from those 10 or 15 songs, I always like one or two songs at least. All right, and I just most of the time add it to my liked songs as well. And then they have this daily mix 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they have recently played. So all of this is content and context working together, right? So jump back in is something probably I listened to a week ago or a few weeks ago and so on. Just give me a minute. It's my wife. I don't know how to calling me. I don't know how to put this thing on mute. Okay. Yes, hopefully there is no audio. Okay, there is audio. நீ ஸ்பீக்கர்ல இல்ல லைவ் ஸ்ட்ரீம்ல இருக்கிறதுக்கும் வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. எனக்கு மைக் எப்படி ஆஃப் பண்றதுன்னு தெரியல. நீ சொல்ல என்ன மேட்டர்? ம் ம். ஓ இல்ல இல்ல இன்னும் வரல. யா நான் உனக்கு வந்தாங்கன்னா சொல்றேன். பட் அவங்க வந்தாங்கன்னா அவங்க ஏதாவது கால் பண்ணுவாங்களா நான் ஓபன் பண்ணலனா? ஏன்னா எனக்கு கேட்குமா இல்லையான்னு தெரியல. ம் ஓகே. சரி ரைட் ஓகே டன் ஓகே பை பை. Okay, I think that was all live streaming. But yeah, I'll figure it out how to mute during broadcast. Cool. So yeah, I think we'll continue to add the screenshots maybe in tomorrow's live stream as well. Uh, Show an example of how users content and context works and is in play on Spotify. All right. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. I think we are in good shape for this week, hopefully, and we'll be able to make, fingers crossed, at least one video, right? So yeah, with that, I'm signing off. I hope it was helpful for you guys, and yeah, see you tomorrow.